Welcome to another race preview. We've got a very special debut edition here. We've got Una Roca making her debut at Turfway Park on Friday. Race 3, 6:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a maiden claiming 30K, so she's for sale. Every horse is for sale for 30K in the race. There are 12 females lined up. Two also eligible, so if two horses scratch, those two get in. And it's exciting. I mean, this is a horse we purchased back in April out of the April 2-year-old sales in Ocala, Florida. She was selected by Tom, had her looked at by Connor Foley, our bloodstock agent. We all signed off. We went one more time over the 40K. We originally wanted to 42, and we got her. We brought her up to Kentucky to Tom at Turfway. She trained up there, kind of learned the ropes of a racehorse in terms of being at the racetrack versus prepping for the sale. Then we gave her some time off on the farm before returning her back to Tom at Turfway, where she's breezed up. So she's got nine breezes into her. So she's fit. She's race ready from that perspective. As far as our chances, what Tom's saying, he's usually very conservative. I think he's being conservative here as well. But realistically, there's a reason why that we're entering her here for 30K. We don't think that she's a world beater, but you really never know until the gates open. And the biggest thing that Tom's relayed to us is that she's been super professional in her work. So we're hoping that she's going to break sharply in this debut effort and play catch me if you can in all actuality. Tom thinks that, when it comes time to ask for a little bit more, she hasn't quite been able to do that in the mornings. But hopefully the spirit of competition sparks something into her and she's ready to roll. So some stats before we get into it in terms of our competition. So she's already kind of beaten some statistics in the fact that 70% of horses born ever make a start, so 30% don't obviously. So she beat that statistic. And then of the horses that do start, the number that actually win is less than half, so it's somewhere between 35 to 40%. So we're hoping that she beats that statistic right out of the gate here. So, Brian, what do you think of our competition here?
I think first of all, you glazed over the fact that I believe she was the first naming tournament bracket horse to be named.
Yeah, named after a rock, a great song, great album by Hardy. So totally forgot about that. So yeah, this is the very first horse that we named together, which is pretty neat as well.
But yeah, as far as this competition goes, not much. There's two horses that have proven that they are race horses. I don't know how on a scale of 1 to 10 how strongly that is, but that's it. A lot of lightly raced horses. I think only one other horse is completely unraced. Obviously, that experience of going through the gates on race day and the competition, once you have a race under your belt, makes it a little easier, but we'll see. We'll see how she does.
Yeah, I think it's fun. They're going 6 furlongs, so 3/4 of a mile. This time of year is very fun in terms of you have some 2-year-olds that you can start looking at their race record. Okay, can you project improvement based upon this? Are they shortening up? Are they going longer? Just kind of what all the trainers are kind of pointing them at. As long as you still can place a lot of emphasis in who their progeny are. So I think it's a fun puzzle to put together, and the puzzles at Turfway are always crazy. So you never really know. It's literally throwing darts there. But one thing to note is, like I said, we really hope she breaks sharp from the gate here. The only horse to ever be on a lead from this group is the 11 horse. That's the only horse that's really shown enough speed to get a lead early. Horse faded, but was at least on the lead at some point. The rest have all come from off of it. I do think that a good measuring stick is going to be the 2 and the 3. They last out raced at Churchill in a maiden 50K claimer, so a little bit of a higher class race. And the two ran very well. This was 34 days ago, as November 1st. The horse sat just up the lead and then, faded to fourth. So sat in third position and then ended up in fourth. Horses that won are the ones that were kind of around her. So those horses have come back, run decent enough. So I think it's a good measuring stick for Una Roca here in terms of what she could turn into. When we got her at the sale, we weren't expecting her to be, this the a word you'll hear in horse racing a lot is precocious. I had no idea what it meant until I started following horse racing. But basically, it means that it's a horse that's very early developing. So, you could say, Trevor Lawrence is a precocious quarterback because he was starting as a freshman. Took him a little while, but he got there. But she was born May 24th, so she was very late in her foal year. So they all share the same birthday. May foal out of mares is the first foal out of a mare that didn't hit the races until she was 3, I believe. I double check that really fast. Yeah, she didn't start until she was 3. So we really didn't have hopes for her to be this 2-year-old like super early horse. So the plan right now, at least, is to kind of see how things go on Friday. We're just hoping for a clean trip, one that's gonna educate her a lot, give her a good foundation, and then based upon the outcome, we'll kind of move on from there. What are your takeaways, Brian? Are you betting this race? Are you just being a homer? I'm being a homer. I'm just one place showing Una Roca, but
No, I'll probably get a little, depending on how the odds go, closer to post, maybe a little 2, 3, 4 exacta box. We'll see. With a bet on her to win
I
and
like
place.
that.
I don't get show bets. The math isn't there. Just go for
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, that's usually how I do is I just stick to win place, and the place bets end up just paying back the win bet usually, so it's kind of just a little bit of a hedge in case I get second, so I'm not that mad. But I mean, it's gonna be crazy. I mean, it's not at Turfway. It's very common to see 12 horses line up. It's the synthetic track, so it's somewhere between dirt and turf, so it attracts a lot of horses. It's a very safe surface, so it attracts a lot of horses. So it's interesting to have a horse debut for the first time in a 12 horse field. She's spotted somewhere in the middle there at the four post. The break could be crucial if she can break and get ahead of most of these. There being 12 horses really isn't that big of a deal because she'll be ahead of them. But regardless, I think it'll be a great education for her in her first effort here.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, really looking forward to it. It is very cool to see a horse that we named on the program with our ownership group on there too. So we wish everybody the best of luck on Friday night, and hopefully we're coming back here for a post game uh, recap with a winner.
Sounds good.
All right, good luck, everybody.
See ya.